Ukraine has been crushed, and war criminals of NATO are now wondering who will the Russian bear strike first. We will tell you all about it, but before that, if you're a fan of non-corporate funded free news and analysis, you've landed on the right YouTube channel. We publish 3 videos a day, first at 9:15 AM EST, second at 1:30 PM EST, and the third at 5:30 PM EST. So if that's of interest to you, the next time the YouTube algorithm... Actually, I can't think of any clever YouTube algo puns because this news is just too juicy. So let's just start. It seems as if the Europeans are now tossing the hot potato to each other in order to avoid the consequences of Russian anger. Let us take a look at what France, the UK and Germany are up to as the Ukraine war enters its final stage. First off, France. On January 16th, Russian military sources reported a missile strike on a group of foreign mercenaries in Ukraine, mainly consisting of French military contractors. The attack resulted in around 80 casualties with over 60 confirmed kills. The precision of the strike incapacitated specialized personnel assigned to operate specific Western-made weapon systems. It is important to note that these specialists differed from the regular Ukrainian personnel who were forcibly conscripted and lacked the necessary training for handling such equipment. As per the aforementioned sources, the incapacitated personnel played a crucial role in operating some of the Kiev regime's powerful long-range weapons. Consequently, the missile strike temporarily deactivated these weapons pending the recruitment of new specialists. All the slain mercenaries were French. The State Duma formally addressed Paris following the reported deaths of foreign fighters in Ukraine. Russian Foreign Ministry even summoned French Ambassador Pierre Levy to Moscow. It must be noted that Le Monde newspaper estimated that 320 French nationals were engaged in the conflict in Ukraine. The broader pool of potential recruits numbered 800. So how did Macron react after getting caught? Macron was possibly upset about France getting exposed while other NATO countries equally complicit remained hidden in plain sight. In order to indict everyone, Macron stated that the possibility of deploying Western troops on the ground in Ukraine is not off the table, following discussions among European leaders regarding Russia's ongoing invasion, which has now entered its 3rd year. He got ostracized immediately is, well, another thing. Then comes the UK. Churchill once remarked that if the Great Britain ever falls, the British press will be the reason for it. He was absolutely right. The Times essentially praised the British military's contribution to the destruction of Russian naval assets. According to the report, the UK's General Staff, headed by Admiral Tony Radakin, directly took part in planning and executing attacks on the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Radakin also seems to have been involved in other covert operations in Ukraine, all aimed at diminishing Russian capabilities. When the UK was caught pants down, it resorted to a more sweet resolution. Rishi Sunak decided to allocate a significant amount of taxpayer money towards training the next generation of Russian leaders. This move sparked controversy, especially since the UK had previously banned Russians from applying to the Chevening Scholarship Program. This program offers a fully funded master's degree to emerging leaders from around the globe, but was closed to Russians following Putin's special operations in Ukraine 2 years ago. It was almost like offering a lollipop to a crying toddler, but this lollipop was not sweet enough, and Russia, of course, is no crying toddler. And finally, Germany. German Chancellor's reaction to the Bundeswehr audio leak that we covered in our previous videos was shocking to say the least. He acknowledged that the conversation was real and, in a way, alerted Moscow that the state and the military in Germany may not be on the same page. So the problem is the same, fear of Russian retribution. But the method of dousing the fire was different. While France tried aggression for aggression, the UK trusted its old method of bribing, and Germany tried diplomacy and plausible deniability. The Ukraine war is almost over and it will change the world forever. It has turned Russia into a mightier foe for Europe than it ever was. Ukraine war was akin to poking a snoring grizzly bear with a stick. Now the bear is truly awoken. Who it eats first remains a matter of conjecture. If you wish to know more about how France, the UK and Germany try to deal with Russia situation, click these videos that appear on your screen.